Good morning, good day, everyone. Thanks for taking time out of your Thursday to join Jake over at Nassau with me. And my name is Jake, annuity sales director here at IMS. And before I pass the slides on over to Jake, we do have a few polls throughout the webinar. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them we have a webinar questions box. We'll make sure to get those answered for you today. So the first thing that I do want to highlight here at IMS is our commitment to delivering the best-in-class customer service for our agents. And one way that we do this is that you can always reach a live person during our business hours at 800-255-5055, and we're going to strive to answer that phone call with an IMS employee with 2 rings or less. To kick things off, I want to start with our new producer builders. And for those of you who are new to us here at IMS, these bonuses are available based on your production level and your first 180 days of contracting with us. We do have great levels that you can qualify at. And as you can see inside each level, there are some great options for you. We've got incredible business building tools, personal perks for you, and even cash rewards available. And if you'd like to know where you stand towards your new producer builder, or if you'd like to have a conversation about how to achieve that next level, don't hesitate to give myself a call, and you can certainly talk with your own sales director if you're already a contracted agent here at IMS working with our team. Another business builders program that we provide for all of our agents is our referred producer program. I see a couple advisors on with us today that have already taken advantage of this program. Our business on the wholesale side of the industry is similar to yours in the field, and one of the best leads that we can ever obtain is a referral from one of our valued producers. So this is why we want to make it worth your while to refer a producer to us. And with that being said, when you do refer a producer to us, we're going to give you a $50 thank you check. And then where the real money comes in is that referral does right business. You're going to receive an override on all of their business. So our ownership team, it consists of Charles, Steve, Curtis, and Chris. They all sign checks for thousands of dollars every quarter. So with that being said, if you can think of anyone that could benefit from doing business with our team, don't hesitate to type their information into that questions box, or you can certainly email me with that information. It's jake@imsinc.com. And then below that, you're going to see our marketing reimbursement program, which is our most popular program that we offer. So every 100K of FIA premium, you're going to get $100 in your marketing reimbursement account. And this program starts once your new producer, the first 180 days is completed, or if you cash out on it early. And so why this program is so popular for our advisors is that we truly do consider this to be your money. So we're not going to tell you what vendors you have to use. We are going to recommend certain vendors that we partner with and leverage reduced rates and preferred service. So we also have an in-house creative team to create a marketing strategy and provide our in-house services. So if you'd like to know how much is in your marketing reimbursement account, or have a conversation about how to utilize it, don't hesitate to give myself a call, and we'd love to speak with you about that. So our back office support team is another way that we add value to your business. This is the core of IMS and how Charles Hearing founded us in 1986. So it's been 40 years now. We want to help the independent advisor work smarter and not harder. So we're going to do that with our great business building tools and resources. And then, of course, advanced case design is assistance that we provide. Life and annuity quotes is an area that we help you out with. So we're going to get you those illustrations that you'll request within 24 hours. And typically we're going to have that over within the hour. Submission to commission support, they're handled by our new business teams. Mackenzie is the head of the annuity side, and then Michelle is the head on the life side. So both of them have fantastic teams who work every single day to get you commission quicker. We're going to scrub your applications, submit them on your behalf, and do the administrative tracking and get you updates on these cases as needed. So we do this to ensure that you get commissioned as quickly as possible. This is a service that we provide to all of our valued producers, and how we help you grow your business by keeping you in front of clients while our team handles that back office support for you. Our IMS website, also referred to as our IMS portal, which you can find at imsinc.com. You can see it in that little red box, www.imsinc.com. And if you'd like to have a full walkthrough, a full portal walkthrough, don't hesitate to give myself a call. But it's a great tool for all of our producers to use, and just another reason to work with us over here at IMS. So once you are contracted, you're going to have full access to everything that you see below that red box up there at the top. It's very simple to register. So when we're done with this call, you can go ahead on our website and create an account on there. We'd love to see all of you on there. So there's a lot of great resources that are available to you, including illustration tools, online forms, product grids, and product news. And you'll also see that we have annuity rate watch out there. And just about any time that you're running a income quote out on the annuity rate watch, you're going to see NASA right up there, if not the top, right up at the top. Technology is where the industry is going, and Luma, it's our newest partnership to streamline the application process. So most of the carriers are now on Luma Firelight eApp platform, so you can go to one site to submit all of your business. Some carriers are going to eApp only for some of their product lines, and will also offer extra comp just for utilizing the eApp platform. So make sure you get with your sales director before you submit in the paper app, because you can earn more by doing eApp. And if you do submit it on our Luma Firelight platform, we're going to scrub those applications for you. And then Luma, it's almost like your own CRM system. So any business that you have written in the past, it is going to show up there on the Luma Firelight system. The only difference from a CRM system versus Luma is it doesn't lead nurture, but it is going to let you know whenever you have a client coming up for surrender, if they're already out of surrender. So fantastic opportunity to keep tracks of those cases. We have a full in-house creative team that we can help your practice, and a lot of the items are turnkey and available for you. Many of our sales resources are white labeled, so we can simply impose your contact information and your business logos onto it. And then talking on logos, agency solutions is another area of expertise for our team. So if you haven't created a full customized brand for you and your agency, we can certainly help out with that. This is going to assist you with name recognition, which grows your natural market organically. And then lastly, on this page, you're going to see our digital marketing solutions. This is another popular topic here. So we can help you with websites, social media marketing, email marketing, and much more. So the internet and social media sites are where the majority of prospects are going to go to for information. Just making sure that you're accessible and represented in those marketing lanes is very beneficial to growing your practice. So say you just get done with a seminar, or you're in a lead generation program. So you have your first meeting with a potential prospect. The first thing that they're going to do as soon as you get done with that meeting, they're going to go vet you online. So just making sure that you're represented in those marketing lanes is very crucial, and it can be the determining factor if you win that client over for you to be their new agent. So you can certainly reach out to myself or one of our another sales director here at IMS when the webinar concludes, to talk to them about how you can access our IMS Creative, and we can certainly get that ball rolling for you if it's not done yet. We also offer a complimentary marketing analysis. And with this being said, I'm going to launch the first poll of today. And this is if you'd like to perform a marketing analysis. And what we do, we like to sit down with you and our chief marketing officer, as well as our marketing implementation specialist. We have multiple of them here. So you're going to get assigned a dedicated marketing implementation specialist. And we learn who you want to target, how you want to get in front of them, and really we take your geographic location and what's working with other advisors, and we put together a full marketing plan for you and your agency. So this isn't something you'd like to go through with, completely free and great way to help your brand. Click yes on that, and I can certainly give you a buzz once this webinar concludes. But fantastic opportunity to get represented in more marketing lanes. And we're going to have two more polls throughout the until the end of this webinar concludes. So I'm going to get this one wrapped up and talk about our wealth management. So we founded our IMS Wealth, which is our AUM site, several years ago. And what we've done is grow this division of IMS very organically. So we've helped advisors become IARs and pass the Series 65 and add a very successful clip. So once you have registered, IMS Wealth is going to bring great value to your practice with its incredibly competitive fee structure for both you and your clientele. So we do have great technology and a great investment platform. We use Charles Schwab. So this has been a major growth sector for our business, and AUM could be a major growth sector for your business as well. So if you would like to, if you're already series licensed, or if you'd like to learn more on it, don't hesitate to give myself a call, and I can get you in touch with our IMS Wealth team. So we do lots of trips here at IMS. I just skipped past one with Athene because the qualification is already completed. I see a couple advisors on here with us today that has registered and been accepted to our BT Cane trip, which is going to be held with Athene. But here on this slide, you see our next trip. This is going to be with Silac, and we have multiple trips out there right now with qualification going on. But this one is $2 million of FIA paid in Silac premium now through April 30th of 2026. So you still got a little over a month, so you can bring a guest on this trip. So if you'd like to know where you stand, or if you'd like more information, and we do have, I think, like 3 other trips going on right now. Don't hesitate to give myself a call if you'd like to know where you stand towards those trips. Oh, yep, just like right here, we got another one with NASA in the Bahamas. This is all trips qualifications right now, or 2 times your business. So if you'd like to know where you stand, certainly give me a buzz on that. And then we'd like to do 3-day trainings for our Life and Annuity Academies. Our next one's going to be held sometime in April. The dates are not set in stone yet. But if you would like to know more information on our academy, certainly reach out to me, and I'm going to launch a poll if you'd like more information on our academies. And so what these 3-day events are, we bring in top producers in the industry to go over their sales skills as well as marketing programs. So it's a great way to learn new marketing strategies, and everything's paid for. You get to learn and talk to other peers in the industry and just meet other advisors who are working here at IMS. We do hold about 4 of them throughout the year. So yeah, no, if you'd like to come to one, we'd be more than happy to pay for everything, bring you in, meet the team, and learn from top producers in the industry and some different marketing programs as well. So thanks everyone for your responses. And with that being said, lastly, don't hesitate to follow us on Facebook or LinkedIn. And I'm going to pass the floor on over to Jake over with NASA. And thanks for the continued partnership, Jake. I know we do a lot of business with NASA, so always great things and exciting to hear what's new over, with NASA.
Awesome, Jake. Well, a lot of exciting stuff that you got going on, and really excited to take part and share some information and partner with Insurance Agency Marketing and all the great support and resources that they give to you, the advisor in the field. Really what I'm excited to present today is, Jake mentioned a couple slides back a few minutes ago where NASA ranks from an income perspective. We are, I would say 90+% of the sales today, we are number 1 from an income perspective. Where we're still extremely, extremely competitive. So we're going to run high level through some of those enhancements, some of those product placements. But what I really want to do when we look at the income side of the portfolio is jump out to sort of our Illustrator tool and give you some more case design scenarios, actually looking at the products in motion in different ways that you can use the income products or leverage the strength in the differentiators that we have from a product side of things. So bear with us as we get through, or we get to that point. Before we get there, for those of you not familiar with NASA, you see the main page, salesnet.nfg.com, right there in front of you on your screen. We are a U.S. domiciled company. If you're looking for some unique facts about NASA, we operate out of what is called, or finally known as, the Boat Building in downtown Hartford, Connecticut. It is the first 2-sided building in America. U.S. domiciled, like say, corporate office in downtown Hartford, Connecticut, operation branch in East Greenbush, New York, think a suburb of Albany. The name Nassau comes from our founders, who were born and raised in Nassau County, New York. So again, just sort of coming full circle to that U.S. domicile, that U.S. company on the insurance side of things. When I think about some questions that we get, or you might get from clients or prospects, one of the great things is we've got a lot of resources for you. Out again on salesnet.nfg.com, you click on the Start tab, you'll see Financial Strength as one of the first buttons there. When you click there, you're going to have a lot of history, timelines, everything that NASA is. But you also have access to our corporate profile piece. And this is just going to give you some high-level information, high-level data that you can share with a client. You can see the numbers, nearly $26 billion in assets under management. I always love to point out that solvency ratio, which today sits at 107%, meaning for every dollar of liabilities NASA has, we have over $1.07 in assets on the book. So we are very, very well positioned on that front. But on top of that, we've been doing this for a long, long time. You see that 170 plus year tagline? One of the other things you're going to see on a lot of our corporate marketing pieces is the fact on that 175-year history. We insured Abraham Lincoln, had a whole life policy that unfortunately, obviously, we paid out on. It's something that gets a lot of brand recognition in talking with agents that use this with clients and prospects that they're working with. So feel free to leverage the history, the financial strength, the fact that along that 170-year history, we insured Abraham Lincoln. One of the other things we're going to mention, though, Jake talked through sort of the partnership that we have with insurance agency marketing, all the different trip opportunities, value adds that you have. In addition to everything that IMES is doing, Nassau has a very attainable, very value-rich, what we call Nassau Elite program. With this program, really three different benefits that you have. Number one is a compensation bonus retro to $1. You can see there's really two tiers. We have a 2 to 5 million credit or a 5+ million credit. What is a credit? Every dollar of FIA premium equals 1 credit. $3 of multi-year guaranteed annuities or MIGAs equals 1 credit. So you are getting credit for both FIA and MIGA sales. Depending on which level you fall in, then it's going to determine whether you receive a 50, 75, or 100 basis point bonus. Again, retro to $1 for your entire block of FIA sales for the year. And same thing on the on the MIGA side, right? 15, 25, or 30 basis point bonus retro to $1. And so know that you have a compensation opportunity for as little as $2 million in production. And I will quickly tell you, for those looking at the screen, that 2025 Elite and all others, there are enhanced bonuses if you're a repeat qualifier. So again, that 2025 Elite just basically is referencing, hey, you qualified the year prior, you're going to get a higher payout retro to $1 from a bonus perspective. Number two, you obviously have a great team behind you with insurance agency marketing. One of the things I consistently hear from producers and marketing organizations in the field with Nassau is that we have some of the best, most responsive service in the industry. And I always sort of temper that sort of a little bit by saying, it doesn't mean that we don't make mistakes, right? But it's what happens when the ball does get dropped or something slips through the cracks. And I can tell you the responsiveness, the ownership that we have inside of Nassau is second to none. As an elite qualifier, we'll take it another level. You will have one dedicated new business and post-service representative inside of Nassau responsible for your business. So if and when something does potentially fall through the cracks, you have one specific person at Nassau you could fire a quick note to and say, hey, something's going on here, fix it. You can go back to doing the things that ring your cash register, prospecting, case design, sales, whatever it may be, and let the Nassau team, your dedicated rep, handle the issue and get that resolution back to you as quickly as possible. And last but not least, trip opportunities for qualification periods. We take our top 50, which typically comes in the 3 to 4 million range, is where number 50 is fallen into place. So leverage this great value add program, attainable value add program, to put more dollars into your pocket. Now let's begin the shift. As I mentioned, the first part of this presentation, I really want to talk about the income enhancements that we recently made. And to do that, as I mentioned, we're going to drill down into these products and really focus on the differentiators, or as I like to say, kind of 3 reasons with each one of our top 2 income products as to why you should be considering using this with prospects and clients that you're working with. When you think about Nassau as a whole, though, what we've really tried to do is build products that maximize your client's assets in the 4 core areas of retirement planning, right? Principal protected growth, guaranteed lifetime income, long-term care type benefits. And we have the most consumer-friendly combo benefit product in the marketplace today with our personal protection choice, as well as legacy protection. And what we try to do is build multiple products that all do something a little bit different, not a one-size-fits-all. What are you trying to accomplish? What's the goal that you're trying to build out with this plan, with this specific client? And to hit on that, again, quickly, high level, bear with me before we get to the income products. I want to mention our accumulation space. What do I mean by that? We have Nassau Growth Annuity. It's a non-bonus accumulation product. Some of the top crediting rates in the industry today, up to 10% one-year S&P cap, ties a 66% one-year S&P par. Right? That's for somebody, right, with new money. Maybe they've got an inheritance, mattress money, whatever it may be. They don't need a bonus to potentially move over into a strong principal protected accumulation product. Maybe you're dealing with another client who has a 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11% surrender penalty to move, but you're talking about either consolidating assets as the interest rate environment sort of maybe wiggles a little bit. Maybe we're trying to capture the stronger rates that we see in the industry today, but that client doesn't want to take a step backwards. Nassau bonus annuity, 10% account value bonus, caps as strong as 7.75%, and S&P par rates in the mid-50s. So slightly less cap rates in our growth annuity, but you got that 10% upfront no fee bonus. Or Nassau bonus annuity plus, 21% account value bonus. There is a fee and a vesting schedule for that 21% bonus, and rates are a little bit lower than what you have with bonus annuity. So again, think in threes. And what we've tried to do on the accumulation space is give you options to really maximize or address specific concerns that your client has. But let's transition. I want to talk a little bit about income. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the slides in front of you. What I really want to highlight, though, for those of you familiar with the Nassau income portfolio, I'm sure you've heard of the Nassau personal income annuity product. But with this recent income enhancement that we made a couple weeks back, the leader in the income clubhouse with Nassau is now the Nassau Income Accelerator. We saw payout factor increases in the 6+% range. We also, on that the most consumer-friendly combo benefit product, Personal Protection Choice, saw payout factors across the board north of 6% as well. And this has now moved that product to the head of the pack, if you will, in terms of combo benefit products. And so when you think about, as we transition and start looking at some of these in a little bit more detail, when I think about Nassau Personal Protection Choice, right, we're covering 3 different risks or concerns your client might have inside of one product with one premium payment and no underwriting that you're typically used to with products that provide these types of benefits, right? So you're gonna solve an income concern with our very well-known popular Income Today, Income Tomorrow strategy. You also have a nursing home or 2 of 6 ADL enhanced income for a client that falls into one of those categories, as well as what we call our family protection rider, which operates as a 100% lump sum death benefit payable to the beneficiary. Now, again, in a couple minutes, I'm going to highlight the differentiators and why you should have Personal Protection Choice as a tool in your briefcase or your sales kit that you're working with. So in order to do that, what I want to do is I want to jump out to our website. And first and foremost, we're going to go under the quote tab. And when I click on the quote tab, we're going to click go and we're going to focus on our GMWB, our guaranteed minimum withdrawal benefit quotes. And we're going to start with, let's look at a quick case scenario. Let's do a joint payout situation, spousal situation where individuals are both 60. We've got a $100,000 premium. We're going to elect the Nassau Income Accelerator. Again, Nassau Income Accelerator is the top guaranteed lifetime income product in the Nassau portfolio, as well as the industry today. So within these parameters in this sales strategy, let's just say these clients are deferring income for 3 years. So they're going to activate income at age 63. Right? We have our levelized income strategy that you've come to know and hopefully love within the Nassau portfolio. Nassau Income Accelerator is no different. We have our Income Horizon Early, which is designed for clients who are transitioning from the accumulation to the distribution phase within the first 3 years or 36 months after issue. We have our Income Horizon Later, which is designed for a client who's transitioning to the distribution phase 4+ years, but maybe they've got an asset that they want to protect, that they want to ensure is no less than what it is today because of market volatility. Well, let's look at that Income Horizon Later. Let that benefit base roll up, 10% bonus, 10% roll up really work for that client. And again, offering one of the top guaranteed lifetime incomes in the industry today. So in this scenario, we're going to look at this client, right? And you can see at year 3, I've got a spousal payout guaranteed income of $8,137 for life. That's using that income horizon early because we had a 3-year deferral. And you can see side-by-side comparison of which rider we're going to elect at issue based on when that client is assuming they're going to transition to the distribution phase. So when I think of reason number 1 of why I should be considering Income Accelerator as a guaranteed lifetime income product that I'm offering. Number 1, we've already said multiple times, Jake mentioned it earlier today. It is the number 1 income product inside of Nassau, or the highest guaranteed lifetime income product inside of Nassau, and one of the top in the industry today. Number 2, flexibility. What do I mean by flexibility? You see income early, income later on the screen in front of you. There is actually a 3rd rider on Nassau Income Accelerator, what we call our Flex Forward Income Benefit. What this Flex Forward Income Benefit does is it really puts that income story in the hands of both you and the client that you're working with. What this Flex Forward Benefit does is allows you and your client to accelerate, front load, or flex forward their income anywhere between 1 to 8 years. Obviously, the longer that we go, the lower that flex forward range is going to be. So let's just look at a quick example, right? I'm going to choose a 5-year payout, or excuse me, a 5-year flex forward benefit. And the great thing is the illustration tool does the work for you. You can see on the low end, I can take as little as $7,965 all the way up to $12,398. You position this as your sale with the client out of the gate. If we don't know exactly what your situation is going to be at age 3 years from today when you turn age 63, what we know is you're going to want to retire at 63, right? Now you've got a couple other stories that you can cement there, right? We can start talking about Social Security. We can use this flex forward benefit to maybe delay claiming Social Security, get you a little higher payout. Maybe inflation is a little bit out of control at age 63, 3 years down the road. We can use this flex forward benefit and hike up our income for a year or 2 early on to help offset the higher cost of living. Maybe that client had a health scare and they said, hey, you know what? My early years, my go-go years of retirement, I want to get as much out as I can in those early years so I can really enjoy the health that I have today and get the most out of what I'm doing. Maybe you're selling them a 5-pay life policy to have sort of that tax-free death benefit go on to a beneficiary. What if we can increase income for 5 years a little higher than levelized income in the industry today to help offset some of the cost of that 5-pay life policy? That's the flexibility and customization that you have with this product. And so again, 8137 was our levelized income. Let's just say in this scenario, we're going to pick a number right in the middle. We want to take $10,000 out for those first 5 years. So you can see I get $10,000 out, or 50% of the premium I put into this policy in my first 5 years of income withdrawal. Then at age 68, I lock into my lifetime income number, which comes in at $6,850. So again, it allows you the flexibility and the customization to really put together a retirement plan with income flexibility to address goals and risks that that client is looking to accomplish, right? So reason number 1, again, of why we should be looking at Income Accelerator as a solution inside the portfolios we're offering. Highest guaranteed lifetime income within Nassau and one of the top, if not the top within the industry. Maximum flexibility between our income horizon early, income horizon later, and the flex forward income benefit. And if I didn't make this clear sort of in that case design we were just talking about, if you elect this flex forward benefit, right? And again, we were going through this scenario that we were going to delay 3 years before we activated rider. We were going to flex forward for 5 years and take $10,000 out. Those are all decisions that are made at time of income activation. So this could have been what you're talking about how you've positioned it from a sale perspective, but 3 years down.
Consider Insurance Agency Marketing Services your home. Here you are appreciated and your
But
hard
3
work
years-
is rewarded. It also means someone will pick up the phone every time you
I
call.
guess I'll try and talk a little
because
loud
your
over
time
the
is
top of it.
valuable. We'll answer as soon as
3 years
possible
down the
because
road,
our
if the client were to
experienced team
activate
prides
income,
itself on decades-long record of promptly meeting
they
the
would
needs
have the
of successful
flexibility to either do a
independent
levelized
producers
income
just
or
like
pick income within that range. I want to quickly now, let's transition over to the personal
Let us
protection
help
choice
you build
product.
your digital brand. The IMS Creative
The
Team
other
can
the
help
other
you
guaranteed
design your
lifetime
own
income
personalized
product
website,
inside the
email
portfolio.
drip marketing campaigns, social
What
media
the personal
presence,
protection
and much
choice
more.
product does,
Plus,
again. Hey Jake, real quick, when you went on hold, there was a lot of background hold music with the IMS thing. So last couple seconds were yeah.
Sorry
So
about that,
just to
everyone.
give you a heads up. No worries. Yep.
Sorry.
So let's quickly transition. We want to talk a little bit about the personal protection choice product. This is, as I mentioned up front, the most consumer-friendly combo benefit product in the marketplace today. This is the fastest growing product inside the Nassau portfolio. As you see on the screen in front of you, again, it provides a guaranteed lifetime income. It provides an enhanced income for nursing care or 2 of 6 ADL, as well as a lump sum death benefit. So let's look at that same scenario that we were just talking about with personal protection choice. Spousal situation, 60-year-old client, $100,000 3-year premium. We're electing our today rider, not the tomorrow. So the income horizon early, because we're taking income within the first 3 years. And you can see in this scenario, we've got a guaranteed lifetime income of roughly $7,600, $7,594. Compare that to the roughly $8,100 that we had with the number one income product in our portfolio. You're giving up about $500 in guaranteed lifetime income, or roughly 6%, 7% from an income perspective. But what you have from there is if your client were to go into a nursing home at any point thereafter, they would have an enhanced income of 250% or $18,985. If they're not able to fill 2 of 6 ADLs, they have 175% enhanced income of $13,290. Now here's differentiator number one. Nassau's enhanced benefit for nursing care or 2 of 6 ADL is payable directly to your client for up to 5 years as long as they qualify, even if the account value has depleted to 0. Let's look at a quick example. In this scenario, the 60-year-old couple goes into the policy, delay 3 years, activate income, take out $7,594. They take that income for the next 20 years. $7,594 by 20 years equals roughly $152,000 in income. It's actually $151,880. If we run a hypothetical growth illustration, based on the crediting rates that are available in the industry on income-based products, a majority of those scenarios, after 20 years at age 83, there is nothing left on the account value side. The average care enhancement rider in the industry today would say, hey, we know you paid a fee for this rider, but unfortunately, there's nothing on the account value side. So unfortunately, that enhancement no longer exists. You'll continue to get your $75.94. Not with Nassau. At Nassau, we guarantee that your client is going to get that enhanced benefit for up to 5 years as long as they continue to qualify, even if the account value hits 0 while they're taking in the enhanced benefit, even if the account value is at 0 before they take the enhanced benefit. A huge, huge, huge differentiator and peace of mind when you look at the personal protection choice product. Differentiator number 2. This is a spousal situation. Let's say spouse 1 goes into a nursing home for 2 years, receives that 250% enhanced income. Unfortunately, after 2 years, spouse 1 passes away. Spouse 2 is healthy, so we revert back to that roughly $7,600 in lifetime income, and 5 years down the road, spouse 2 goes into a nursing home. They would still have 3 years left of that enhanced benefit that they would have access to inside the personal protection choice. If you haven't looked at this product, If you haven't run a customized illustration for clients and prospects that you're talking with, this is a great product where you've now addressed an income concern, a critical care, long-term care type concern, again, with one product, one premium, and no underwriting that you're typically used to, again, with contracts that provide these types of benefits. And oh, by the way, with that family protection rider, let's say your client passes away, unfortunately, at age 63, you can see with that 10% family protection rider roll-up, they have a $130,000 guaranteed lump sum death benefit that would be payable in a full lump sum directly to the beneficiary. With the recent enhancement to the personal protection choice product, this is an extremely, extremely competitive guaranteed lifetime income product, again, with differentiators that really will separate you from the competition in terms of how this rider and this product works. And here's one last thought that I want to give you when you think about maybe personal protection choice, Nassau Income Accelerator. So often, more than not, what we'll see is 100% of a premium go into one specific product. What if in this $100,000 scenario, you know what, we could put 75,000 of this 100 into the income accelerator, right? We have the ability still to flex forward that benefit. And after 3 years, maybe we flex forward for, let's try 6 years. I can get this $86.98, which is still about $500 more. So let's go 7 years. I can get roughly that same $81.37 that I had with $7,500 as opposed $75,000 as opposed to the full 100. So let's just run that number real quick. $80.97. You can see at the end of that 7-year roll-up, then I drop down to 42. Let's call it $42.50. Right now, I'm going to jump back over to the personal protection choice. We're going to put the remaining $25,000 into this product. I can now defer for 10 years because I've met my income number with the income accelerator in those early years. Because I'm going 10 years, I'm going to transition over to the income tomorrow rider. Again, this is the one for 4+ years before income activation. And you can see in this scenario, after 10 years, I now have a guaranteed income of $3,600. Add that to the $4,500. So I'm back in that $8,000 income range. And I've allowed that 14% income benefit-based roll-up to really work for that client. And you can see what we have now from a nursing home to a 680L, as well as a lump sum death benefit available on this contract. So a lot of different ways that you can really look at leveraging the accumulation products with these great income enhancements that we had inside of Nassau. Now, let me quickly, 5 minutes, just want to run through, we talked a little bit about accumulation in 3, flexibility, customization, right? Nassau Growth Annuity, our non-bonus growth product. You can see some of the top crediting rates in the industry today. 1-year S&P cap comes in at 10%. 1-year S&P no fee par comes in at a very strong 55%, has actually over the last 10 outperformed that 10% cap. You have the ability to enhance that 1-year S&P par all the way up to 66% with a 1% annual strategy fee. We have 1-year and 2-year par rate strategies with the NASDAQ 100, as well as a very strong competitive 4.5% rate on our 1-year fixed account, which doesn't seem to be, I don't see it here on the screen in front of you. So you've got a lot of great diversification with blue chip index strategies that consumers are comfortable with and are aware of inside of the Nassau Growth Annuity. We talked about Nassau Bonus Annuity, right? 10% upfront bonus. And you can see the numbers, a little slightly reduced crediting rates on this product. 7.75% 1-year S&P cap, 1-year par at 45% that can enhance up to 56% with that 1-year strategy fee. You see, again, the 1- and 2-year NASDAQ strategies and what that means from a return perspective. So again, the ability to really customize that solution based on what you're trying to accomplish within each client. And I will say this, Nassau has a very strong renewal rate history. We post our renewal rates. We've got a marketing piece. You can see Nassau Growth Annuity, which is a product that's been around for 7+ years. 97% of cap strategies have renewed within 100 basis points of their issue date cap rate on the product. Roughly 70% of par rates have renewed at or above their issue date par rate. and 100% of fixed accounts have renewed at or above that issue date cap rate. Bonus annuity, same thing. Very strong, compelling renewal rate history. And then our bonus annuity plus, a newer product, been around for a year and a half or so, still showing a very strong renewal rate history. So I guess at the end of the day, when I look back and what I hope you got out of the Nassau portfolio is we have continued to revamp our portfolio to provide you strong solutions that really, again, based on what you're the goal that you're trying to accomplish with specific client, you've got different products in the 4 core fundamental areas of retirement planning that you can really design a retirement solution to maximize your client's assets, ensure the lifestyle they want throughout their retirement days. Hopefully between the sales strategies, throwing out a couple concepts and ideas, maybe gave you a different way to think about how to use the product or how to potentially position it to open up new conversations with clients and prospects that you're working for. Remember that partnering with Nassau through insurance agency marketing, you have access to our Nassau Elite program, a program that is, again, going to really give you 3 great value add opportunities based on your overall production inside of Nassau. So I want to, again, first and foremost, thank Jake for the opportunity today, for the partnership, to continue to highlight the great enhancements and competitiveness of the Nassau portfolio. I want to thank each and every one of you for taking time out of your schedule to learn a little bit about maybe how you can position these products, and hopefully you've seen or heard a thought or an idea of maybe how you can incorporate this into your practice. So I'll challenge every single one of you to either jump out to the website, salesnet.nfg.com, get registered, run a couple illustrations, call Jake or the great team that you have in insurance agency marketing, let them pull together a customized illustration based on the strength of the different product opportunities that we have. Jake, again, I can't thank you enough for the opportunity to join you today. I will kick it back to you to wrap things up here for the day.
Yeah, no, thank you, Jake. Thanks for your continued partnership. We have a long-lasting partnership with Nassau, so I strongly encourage everyone on this webinar, next case that you're working on, whether it be accumulation or income, certainly give me a call. And before everyone hops off, I'm going to ask, would you like to get contracted with Nassau? I see quite a few agents who are already contracted here at IMS with Nassau, and some have already hopped off, so I'll make sure to give you a buzz, and I'll also shoot everyone that attended today a quick call and see what you're currently working on, because I'd love to get some cases and see if, Nassau isn't already more competitive than what you're already presenting to your clients. And I do know, with their income, it's going to be hard to beat. And I love that Nassau also posts their renewal rates on their website. I'm sure most of you know, if you're looking for renewal rates, that's a question that's always coming up. Most carriers don't even have that brochure or will give it to us. So, 97% in the first year. Fantastic. So, thanks again, everyone, for hopping on. Thank you, Jake, for your continued partnership. I want to get everyone off with their Thursdays. We'll be reaching out, and thanks again. I hope everyone has a great rest of their Thursday. We'll be in touch. Thank you, Jake.